So I was working with a client this week. He was struggling with his driver, getting very, very narrow and then losing distance as a result. So we worked on getting him a little bit deeper and getting a real catapult feel into his swing. He gained distance and yardage by shallowing out his golf swing. I'm going to show you how he did it. So the individual that I was working with was really struggling with his driver. He's actually quite a good golfer, but struggling with his driver with what is a very common fault. So it's that as he's taking the club away, getting his arms too close to his body in this position, and then left arm breaking down and getting hit. So as a result, as he's standing there hitting his driver, he's getting very, very steep as an angle of attack, hitting down on the ball and then getting far too much spin on it. And as a result, losing distance, power, and sacrificing some accuracy as well. And then to compensate for that, he's having to slow down more to try and feel like he's hitting the fairway. Now, when he's hitting irons and stuff like that, you can kind of get away with it with a little bit. But with your driver, you're just going to really lose a lot of distance, lose a lot of consistency. And they're the things that we all strive for. We all want to hit it further and we all want to be more consistent. So I was working with him and then trying to get some certain feels into his swing to improve it. Now, so we go back and say, right, so his swing was very much to get to here, effectively stop turning, left arm breaks down, hands get there, and then the delivery of the club will be steep and that way. So if you know, to set up to the ball and do that position, hit down on it. Now, certainly from a coaching point of view, with people that I work with, very, very common to see that. The improvement that we made was to try and work on getting a feeling of depth to his swing, better understanding of what his hands were doing throughout his swing, so his hand path, and then really trying to get a feeling of catapult in the club, so really using that as a sort of to spring in and get some power back that he was losing. And I did that quite simply. So first step was to get this sort of waist high position, so when the club gets to this point here, and get the right feeling. Now, I've said in other videos about making sure that you feel like as you're turning, that you're spiralling up as you rotate. So that can help. So one drill that I might get people to do is use the wall. So stand here, up against the wall, really get the feeling of rotating the body and trying to get that hand up behind you that way to try and feel where the ball is. And that's going to improve turn. So if you can turn, stand there, feel where the ball is, get that left arm closer to it as well. That's going to get you the feeling of spiraling up, get into a deeper position, and that's going to help. So we did that with it. So he was working on that feeling. So it's take it to waist height, generate a lot more width here. So the club's not as close in, arms breaking down, so generating a lot more width at this point. From here, really trying to feel like that right arm's getting back to there, so that you're making a much better turn and that the club's in a better position. So from this angle, it's going to look more like get to here, rotate that right hand there, and then try and get the left one up to the same position. Right, that's going to improve the depth and that, and definitely less wristy on the way back, because if you're in this position, whereas you're taking it away, that left hand can break down, get very, very weak. That's going to open up the club face. If you're feeling this, you can see there that my left wrist is in a much, much better position, a much stronger position. And then from here, so as we work on getting that position, you feel like the left arm's tighter across the chest there, good turn and rotation. And then as you come in, rotate the body, but feel like the arm is staying, or left arm is staying closer to the chest in the downswing. And then really deliver the speed into the ball later. And that's the whip, that's the shallowing action, and that's the sort of catapult effect of the shot, and that's where the distance is going to come from. So rather than get that wristy lack rotation, no width swing here, much wider, much deeper, much shallower into the ball, and then as a result you're controlling launch angle, you're controlling spin rate, and when you're hitting your driver, that just means that you want to hit it further, you're going to hit it better, you're going to be far, far more consistent. They should look something like this. And that's really going to help your game. But if you like that video and you want to know about why Ben Hogan's book from 1957 could completely transform your game for 2024, make sure that you check that video out.